I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I was the only Black girl in my grade. And I was just like really dorky. Like I wasn't cool. Like I didn't go to like high school parties. Like I would later find out about all these parties where people were making out. And I was like legit at home watching The West Wing being like, I think I'm like Donna. Recently, I looked back at a clip of me doing stand-up at Gotham Comedy Club and I had this tiny, tiny baby fro, still flat chested as I am now. It was like a size 2, now I'm a 10, what up, double digits. It's really kind of cool to see myself from like a 24-year-old to now a 33-year-old doing comedy and actually like having success at it. Yeah, so Two Dope Queens, Jessica and I met 4 years ago. We never really set out to have a podcast. We just realized there aren't a lot of people at the Upright Citizens Brigade that talk like us, that necessarily have the same pop culture references as us. I don't ever recall someone mentioning like Living Single or Martin or the Black Cinderella movie with Brandy and Whitney Houston as like a joke reference. When the podcast first came out, we would get messages from white guys, not to profile, but it was from white guys. And they will always comment on the way that we talk and be like, your show would be so great, but you should stop saying the word like. All these sorts of things where it was just like, do you like hit up Jerry Seinfeld and you're like, you sound too much like a rich white guy. Like, I don't think you do, I also have another podcast called So Many White Guys because guess what? There's a lot of them. We also have like a token white guy at the end of each season just for diversity, LOL. We had Tom Hanks, and he actually recorded the outgoing message on my phone.
She's not home right now, so you know what to do when the beat goes on. Beep!
I think people who listen to the podcast are kind of like, oh, this is what stand-up is. It's not just what I'm being presented with like a guy and a suit jacket in front of like a red curtain. Like, there are people who are gonna make jokes about having trans family members and it's really gonna be smart and intelligent and not just like punching down. And people are gonna talk about the female experience in a way that's interesting and cool and different and people can identify it with it whether or not they're a woman. Being in a male-dominated industry, you can feel like a little excluded. That was making me feel like maybe I'm not funny. I was really seriously considering like quitting stand-up. I was like, I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I can cut it. And I just had to really figure out that like you are good enough just because you're not like other people doesn't mean that you're bad. It means that you're different, and that's great. I'm Phoebe Robinson. This is my brief but spectacular take on being a dope queen.